Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 season is on the air. Once again, we are at Exhibition Stadium. Today's date is August 4th, 88, and a big game in the American League as the Minnesota Twins will take on the Toronto Blue Jays. The Twins come into this game a record of 56 and 49. At the moment, Minnesota is in fourth place, one game back of the Kansas City Royals, who have 55 wins. So, I'm sorry, what am I doing now? Minnesota is 56 and 49. I'm sorry. Minnesota is in second place. My bad. They are 5 games back of Oakland in the American League West. So right now, Minnesota is in second. And right now, it looks pretty good that they probably may make the postseason, barring a collapse. The Toronto Blue Jays, however, are in a big 4-way logjam with Detroit, the Yankees, Milwaukee, and Toronto. Toronto is 62 and 46. They are right now in second place. They're in third place. Can't read my own writing. They're in third place, and the Yankees are one game back of them in fourth. So every game right now here in the month of August is a very big matchup here in the playoff push. Hopefully we have a good one tonight. Ryan Sullivan, John Haverly, Big Clue, and Brian B. are first to join us here at Exhibition Stadium. This was a low-scoring game historically. The Twins won it 2-1. The Twins had 6 hits and no errors. The Blue Jays 4 hits and an error. So we'll see what Inside Pitch has to say tonight about this game here north of the border. So as we get further and further into August, the Twins right now, as I said, they're in second, holding on to that spot. The Blue Jays are also in second, trying to stay with the Tigers and the Brewers. Anything's possible. Every game is important. Remember, board games count as far as tiebreakers go. So let's see what happens tonight. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays is Mike Flanagan. We've seen him before. 13 wins, 13 losses, a 4.18 ERA. The last time Flanagan pitched, he actually did pretty well. So we'll see what happens tonight in tonight's matchup as Albert Price now joins us here at the Stadium of Exhibitions. Let's get the game going. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Twins, left fielder Dan Gladden. 269 average, 11 homers, 62 RBIs. Respectable stats for the year of 88. We are using blue, white, and blue dice. Blue Jays are the home team. Fans here at Toronto are hoping for a big game here against the Twins. It's a big log jam in the American League East. Twins behind the Athletics in the American League West. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. Flanagan 2-5. That is a blank. Gladden 1-1. That's a ground out to first base. And some guy named the Crime Dog will go ahead and make the play, and that's the first out. Next up will be the second baseman, Steve Lombardozzi. Another great baseball name. 209 average, 3 homers, 27 RBIs. 2 lefties on the mound tonight. Flanagan, 2-1 against the righty. Strikeout. The 15 is high. Exhibition Stadium only has 1 Ks. Lombardozzi, 6'6". He hits a fly out to center field. And that's going to be Rob Ducey making the catch. 2 outs. Next up will be the center fielder, one of the most loved people in baseball history. Hall of Famer, absolutely. Kirby Puckett, 356 average, 24 homers, 121 RBIs. Puckett was the man in 1988. Flanagan will go ahead and pitch. 5-1, strikeout 5, and he will get Puckett. Called strike 3 on him. He should have swung at that one. It was right down the pike. Strikeout number 1 for Flanagan. He had 99 of them in 88. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Twins. We will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Minnesota Twins tonight is Allan Anderson. First time we've seen him, and he had an excellent year. If Frank Viola was their number 1, Anderson was their number 2. 16 wins, 9 losses, a 2.45 ERA. Good year for him as well. One of his better seasons. Leading off for the Jays will be the shortstop, Tony Fernandez. 287 average, 5 homers, 70 RBI. I did watch my Mets today on the tube, a spring training game on a win against the Nationals. Two solid innings by Scherzer. Anderson, 6-1 against the switch right. That's a blank. Fernandez, 5-6, and that's a fly out to left. And Gladden will grab it. One out. And now we'll see the third baseman, Kelly Gruber. 278 average, 16 homers, 81 RBIs. Nothing wrong with that for a season. Yeah, I don't know much about Allan Anderson either, if anybody knows much about him. Had an excellent year in 88. 16-9 and a 2.45 ERA. I'll take that every year. Anderson, 4-4, blank. Gruber, 1-5. That's a fly out to center. And it will be Kirby Puckett and the Union Gap making that catch. 2 now. And now we'll see the left fielder, George Taco Bell. 269 average, 24 homers, 97 RBIs. George Bell, I always felt was underrated. Not very good in the field, but the man can hit. Brian Patterson joins us here at the Stadium of Exhibition. Anderson, 5-6, strikeout 10. That is high. Bell, 5-4. It's a fly ball hit to center field once again. Puckett will get to that one. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Jays. No score after 1. Big American League matchup between these two. Leading off for the Twin Cities, third baseman Gary Gaetti. I put him in the Hall of the Very Good. 301 average, 28 homers, 88 RBIs. Man was a beast in 88. He could slap the homers out of there. Flanagan, 1-2, walk plus, and that 18 is going to walk him. That will be ball 4. Gaetti will trot to first. First walk issued by Flanagan. He had 79 of them in 88. And that will bring up the first baseman, Gene Larkin, 266 average, 267 average, 8 homers, 70 RBIs. Rodolfo Beza and Jeff Merklin join us here at Exhibition Stadium. Rodolfo Beza, I hope I'm saying that right, from Yucatan, Mexico. And you have joined me in the chat. I am so honored, sir. I think it's the first time I've seen you here. So welcome to you here to the network. Yucatan, Mexico. I hope the weather is nice down there. Gaetti on it first. Larkin, and now he will bat. There's nobody out, I should say. Gaetti had 7 stolen bases, and he will stay put. Flanagan with the pitch. Flanagan, 2-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Larkin, 6-3. He hits one to left field. That is a 12. And against the lefty, that's going to be too high. And that's going to be a fly out to left. And Bell will make the catch. 1 out for the catcher, Brian Harper, 295 average, 3 homers, 20 RBIs. Flanagan sets with the strat first, and Gaetti stays where he is. Flanagan will make the pitch. Flanagan, 3-4, walk plus, that will be ball 4 on the 6. And now the Twins got runners at first and second. Second walk issued by Flanagan. And now the Minnesota designated hitter, Kent Herbeck. He's DHing in this game today. And I think he also belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. 312 average, 25 homers, 76 RBIs. He was also a monster that year. Strategy roll, nothing on the 19. Herbeck is not bunting. Runners at first and second. Infield is at double play. Flanagan will make the pitch. Flanagan, 6-1. Wild pitch, 14. Nope, that will be ball 1. Flanagan again, 2-3. Strikeout, 12. That is high. Herbeck, 3-4. That's a ground ball to third. Let's see where that was hit. And that is towards the line. If double play or force, it would go 5-3. So there's not going to be a pivot. So 2-0 and 2, since it's hit right down the line. So a 1 or a 2, it'll be a 5-3 double play. It is a 6. Well, that means that the play is only to first, so it's a slow rolling grounder to third base. The only play he has is the first. It's the first. So Herbeck thrown out, and the runners will advance. So a ground out to third. And now we'll see the shortstop, Greg Gagne. 236 average, 14 homers, 48 RBIs. You said it right. The weather here, right, is very. Love watching my videos. They're the best. Learn a lot of inside pitch. Thank you very much, Mr. Beza. Strategy roll. And that's a 20. Flanagan does have a balk and a pickoff. He throws, and he tried to get Harper at second, but Harper got back. Now Flanagan will pitch. 1-6, strikeout 15, and he got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He gets Gagne. And he gets out of the inning. Second strikeout for Flanagan. Nothing across except a couple of walks. And the Twins leave 2 runners on. We will go to the bottom of the second. And you learn a lot about inside pitch. As I said, inside pitch to me is the most fun game you can play. Is it the best? Probably not. Everybody has their favorites. To me, it's the most fun game you can play. You never know when you never know what will happen when you play the game. Bottom of the second inning, leading off will be the first baseman, the crime dog, Fred McGriff, Hall of Famer. Yeah, I put him in, and he is in there. 282 average, 34 bombs, 82 RBIs. He would have 500 home runs if it wasn't for the 94 season. Allan Anderson will the pitch. Cards and Dice TV. Tony Porter joins us here at the Stadium of Exhibition. And yes, he is doing an inside pitch base running system tonight. Please check that out. I'm pretty sure he will be he will give it a good tutorial, and he will explain his feelings on it. Remember, when it comes to tutorials and reviews, there's not many better than Tony Porter. Anderson, 4-2 against the lefty. That will be blank. McGriff, 3-1, and against the lefty, that's a base hit. He slaps that past short, and that will be a single for the crime dog. Here comes the Toronto designated hitter, Cecil Fielder. He's DHing tonight. 230 average, 9 homers, 23 RBIs. Infield is a double play. Big, and let's see, never absolutely, definitely sure. Let's see, anything on the strat. And that is a 3. McGriff, no, and nothing happening. And he will stay put. Anderson with the pitch. 6-2 against the righty. Home run result against the lefty. Fielder needs an 18. And that is an 18. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is hit deep to right field. Going back for it is going to be Davidson. He's at the track. He's at the wall. He leaps. But the ball is going to be about a foot over his glove and over the wall. That's a bomb by Cecil Fielder. Home run, Blue Jays. Stadium cheers. Yippee! Cecil Fielder hits a 2-run bomb. Anderson goes ahead and pitches him a meatball, and Fielder just turns that into lasagna, and it is 2-0 in favor of the Jays. Here's the next batter will be Jesse Stadium Barfield, 244 average, 18 homers, 56 RBIs. Nobody out. Bottom of second. Jays already up 2-0. So we have a new ball game as the Twins won this game 2-1. So already we're going to have a different result. Anderson, 2-1 against the righty, blank. Barfield, 2-3, and that's a line out right to third. And Gaetti gloves it. Here comes Manuel Lee. He is at second base tonight. 291 average, 2 homers, 38 RBIs. Anderson with the pitch. 5-6, strikeout 15. Nope, that's going to be high. Lee, 6-6, and a line drive right to Anderson, the pitcher. He gloves it. He pretty much put his glove up to save his face, but he gets it 2 down. Next batter will be the center fielder, Rob Ducey. His name sounds familiar, Rob Ducey, Lucy. I mean, I know his name sounds familiar, but I don't remember much about him. He did have a pretty decent year in the small games he played in '88. 315 average and 6 RBIs. Not a bad center fielder either. He was in center for this game. Anderson 1-5 against the lefty. Blank. Ducey 6-5. That's a ground ball hit to second base. Lombardozzi will cover it and overhand it to first and retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, a 2-run bomb by Cecil Fielder, and the Blue Jays have a 2-0 lead here after 2. Yes, this was the last full season at Exhibition Stadium. They would be in the Sky Dome starting 1989. We go to the top of the third. Actually, they actually started in Exhibition Stadium. That's right. Sky Dome did open halfway, correct. They started in Exhibition Stadium and then wound up in the Sky Dome later in the year. Here's the right fielder for the Twins, Mark Davidson. 217 average, a homer, and 10 RBIs. 2-0 Jays. Flanagan, 5-1, strikeout. That 14 just misses. Davidson, 1-3. He hits one to left field. That is a 5. That's going to be a base hit. It'll be a single for Davidson. So he'll get the first hit for the Twins. Next up is Gladden. Gladden is 0-for-1, infield double play. And let's see here. Davidson had 3 stolen bases, and he will... And no, he actually does not get the steal sign. Flanagan holds him back. He does get the hit and run ability, but I'm not going to... A hit and run is available, but I'm not going to do it. Hit and run is called off. Flanagan, 4-6, blank. Gladden, 6-5, and that's a line out to second. That's going to be out number 1. That's caught by Lee. Davidson, is he off the bag? A 1 or 2, he is out. And he is. Davidson caught off the bag, throws the first, 2 outs. And that is an L4-3 double play. And that eliminates Davidson. A line drive hit to Lee, and he tosses it to McGriff, who just waited and saw Davidson was way off the bag. And that will be out. That will be out number 1 and 2. Here's Lombardozzi. He's 0-for-1. As Flanagan gets the pitcher's best friend. Flanagan, 2-3, strikeout 10. That is high. Lombardozzi, 5-4. That's a fly ball, hit the center. And that's going to be Ducey to get that one. And that will retire the side. No runs and a hit. 2-0 in favor of the Bluebirds. Bottom of the third coming up. Leading off for the Jays will be their catcher, Sal Butera. He's catching in this game. Didn't play in many of them for the Jays in '88. A 233 average, a homer, and 6 RBIs. Anderson with the pitch. 5-5. That is a blank. Butera, 5-4. That's a fly out to left. And Gladden will be glad to catch it. 1 down. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez is 0-for-1. Baseball with the Demos joins us here at the Stadium of Exhibitions. Davidson could hardly get back to first. Oh, my God. It is good to have you back in the chat, but that one really deserves a block dragon. Anderson with the pitch. 4-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 4-5 against the switch left. That's going to be a blank. Actually, I'm sorry. That was a switch right. My bad. Fernandez is a righty. So against the switch right, that's a strikeout. And I already rolled the dial, re-roll it, and he won't get it. So no strikeout. Fernandez, 6-6, and he flies out to center anyway. So that's going to be hit to center, and it will be Puckett in the Union Gap making the catch. 2 down. Doug Hunt joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Here's Gruber. Gruber 0-for-1. Anderson with the deal. Anderson, 6-2 against the righty. Home run result. Gruber needs a 2. Wow, he got it. That's a 1. Kaboom! That ball is high once again. That ball is deep once again. And that ball just barely clears the left field fence by about a few feet. But that's gone. Home run, Kelly Gruber. He hits a bomb, just barely clears it against the lefty, but he gets that one. And that cleared it by about a few feet. And the Jays now take a 3-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yippee! They go talk to Anderson on the mound and see if he's doing all right. He's already given up 3 runs here. Bell is the next batter, and he is 0 for 1. 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Jays lead 3-0. Anderson, 3-4, error on a grounder. Bell, 3-1. That's a ground ball. It's a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Gaetti. His error rating is a 5. That's a 14. He'll take care of it. Toss it over to first, and that will end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. A solo bomb by Kelly Gruber as he actually goes ahead and clears that. 3-0 Jays after 3. And it is good to see baseball with the demos in the chat. And I think you were thinking of going ahead and changing your name there. And I think it'd be good if you did like a name selection show and ask us to vote, kind of like what I do for my season selection show before, I get to the World Series. Top of the fourth, Jays up 3-0. Flanagan back on the mound. Here's Kirby Puckett, and he's 0 for 1. So Flanagan now has a 3-run lead to work with here. Flanagan, 3-3, range play at the park. Exhibition, 5-3, and that's a grounder to second base. The ball is hit to Lee. Lee's good out there. His range is a 4. That is a 5. He won't get it. That'll be a base hit. Single pass second for Puckett as he hits it just out of Lee's reach. And that will lead off the inning with a hit for the Twins. Here is Gaetti. He walked his first time up. There's a failed home run check on the ballpark card, an auto sac fly, or do you still need to roll for it? It is supposed to be an auto sac fly, I believe. I believe that is an automatic sacrifice fly. I don't think if it's a failed check on the ballpark card, because the ball should be deep enough. I believe it is, but I got to recheck the rules. I don't think I ever had to do that. I don't think I ever had to roll a sacrifice fly and a failed home run check off the ballpark card. At least I don't remember. Infield a double play. Strategy 4. Puckett is staying where he is. Flanagan, 5-2. Error on a grounder. Gaetti, 6-6. That's popped up. Pop fly ball in the infield. Shortstop is Fernandez. He'll make the catch. 1 down. And, of course, Puckett has to stay where he is. Larkin is next. He's 0 for 1. Anything on the strat? 16 says no. Flanagan looking in on Larkin. Flanagan, 6-3. That is a blank. Larkin, 2-2. Grounder to third base. Let's see if they turn it. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot, Lee 0. 1-3 double play, and they got it. Side retired. 5-4-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Twins. That is the second double play the Twins have been into in this game. As Larkin grounds out around the horn. And timeout for 1 quick second. As let me just see something here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I want to see something for a moment. Let's see here. I have the rule book in front of me. I just want to see. I think if it's a fly out in the ballpark. I think it's an automatic. Can't find it, but I believe it is an automatic sacrifice fly if there's a runner on third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. I can ask Chris that question. The Crime Dog leads off. He's 1 for 1. Fred McGriff. Allan Anderson with the pitch. 1-1. Home run chance. Lefty, though, is 0, and that's not going to happen. McGriff, 4-5, and that's a fly out to center field. And Puckett will be at the track, but he'll have plenty of room. 1 down. Here's Fielder. Fielder got a bomb his last time up. Hit a 2-run homer. Very capable of home runs. Cecil Fielder, of course, had decent power. Only played about half the games for the Blue Jays in that year. Anderson with the pitch. 5-6, strikeout 15. Yep, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's strikeout number 1 for Anderson. He only had 83 of them in 88. Next up is Barfield. Barfield 0 for 1. Anderson with the pitch. 3-6, strikeout 5, swing and a miss and a slider, and that struck him out. And that retires his side. 1-2-3 go the Jays. Still holding a 3-0 lead after 4. Month of August, the playoff push. Already in the playoff push for this 88 season. Top of the 5th. Brian Harper leads off. He walked his first time up. Flanagan, so far, he's not doing a bad job. He's only scattered 2 hits. Gotten some help in double plays, though. Flanagan, 4-1, strikeout. The 14 is high. Harper, 4-1, and he grounds out to short. Easily handled by Fernandez. Here's Herbeck. Herbeck is 0 for 1. Flanagan with the pitch. 2-1 against the lefty, blank. Herbeck, 4-1. That's a fly out to center, and it will be Ducey coming under it for the grab. And now here is Gagne with a spoon, and he is 0 for 1. Flanagan, he sets up. 6-6, blank. Gagne, a 2-3, and against the lefty, Gagne hits one into the deepest cavern of Exhibition Stadium. He's going to wind up on third. That's going to be a triple. Gagne, known for triples in 1988. He hit a few of them, as he has a high triple rating, so Gagne winds up at third. It'll be a chance for Davidson to try to bring him in. Davidson got a base hit his first time up, but he got picked off on a line out double play. Gagne on at third, nothing on the strat. Flanagan will concentrate on Davidson. 2 outs, pitch coming. Flanagan, 2-1 against the righty, strikeout 2, and he swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. And that's strikeout number 3 for Flanagan, so no runs and a hit for the Twins, as they are right now being kept quiet. As Flanagan again having a good game, we go to the bottom of the 5th. He's not automatic. That's why his name is Manuel Lee, and he will lead off. I know, that was pretty bad. Lee is 0 for 1. AC Ducey. Yep, there's the back in black. I've already beat you to that one on that, though. Although I said Lucy Ducey, it still works. Bottom of the 5th. And Anderson will pitch. And that's a 3-6. Strikeout 14. That is high. Lee, 2-3. And that's a ground out to second base. Lombardozzi tosses it over to first. The Mets won a spring training game today, so we're going to the World Series. Yeah. Here's Ducey. He's 0 for 1. Anderson will pitch. 3-1. Strikeout 14 is high. Ducey, 1-5, and that's a fly out to right. And it's going to be a chance for Davidson. He's got plenty of room. 2 down. And now Butera. Butera 0 for 1. Anderson looking in. Fans here at Stadium of Exhibition have a 3-0 lead for the Blue Jays. Anderson, 4-4. That is a blank. Butera, 6-1. That's a ground ball to short, easily picked up by Gagne. takes his time, tosses it over, and then ends the inning. 3-0 after 5. Historically, this was a low-scoring game. Only 3 runs were scored historically, and we only got 3 runs scored here. Let's go to the top of the 6th. Rapidly moving ball game as well. 30 minutes into the stream, and we're in the 6th inning. Dan Gladden will lead off. He is 0 for 2. Twins chasing the Athletics. Blue Jays chasing the Yankees, the Brewers, and the Tigers in the AL East. A 4-team race right now. Red Sox also have a winning record. They're not that far behind. Flanagan, 2-5. Blank. He's not tired. Gladden, 2-1. And against the lefty, that's a fly out to right. And Barfield will put it away. Clee baseball fan joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. Here is Lombardozzi. He's 0 for 2. Flanagan with the pitch. 5-1. Strikeout 4. He got him. He gets Lombardozzi. And that's strikeout number 4 for Flanagan. 2 down. Here's Puckett. Puckett 1 for 2 with a single. Got the dice clock in effect for this game. Yeah, I'm running on the dice clock. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't roll the dice fast enough. Sorry, Kirby. That's strike 1. We actually had a game yesterday that ended in a tie due to a pitch clock violation. They better get that fixed because we know that's going to happen in a regular season game. And I'll be honest, and I actually will be honest. The pitch clock is great. For the 9th inning and later, you should turn it off. You do not want to let the pitch clock decide without a pitch. I'm sorry. That's a problem. That, I think, is a problem. 9th inning, and later, turn off the clock. Let the players play. Do not want a game to end. Do not want a World Series championship to end on a pitch clock violation. That would be embarrassing to Major League Baseball, in my opinion. After the 9th inning, let them play. Turn it off. Flanagan with the pitch. 4-1. Strikeout 16 is high. Puckett. 6-3. That's a ground out to short. It will be handled by Fernandez. And that's the first out. Or is that the third out? That's the third out. My bad. That's the third out. Side retired. Side retired. Nothing across for the Twins. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0. Here I am talking and not paying attention. That's not very good. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Fernandez will lead off. Anderson will pitch. And yes, 8 innings, 2 hours. The 9th would take an hour. I don't care. Let the 9th. The 9th inning is where games are decided. Yeah, walk-off clock. Okay, the 9th inning is where games are decided. You can use the pitch clock from the 1st to the 8th inning. If you have bases, okay, picture this. Bottom of the 9th inning, okay, bottom of the 9th inning, whatever, Dodgers, whatever, Mets, Astros, bottom of the 9th inning, okay, bases loaded, okay, and friggin' Jeff McNeil does not get into the batter's box. After 2 strikes, he doesn't get into the batter's box in time, and the umpire calls a pitch clock violation and awards the World Series to the Astros or anything else. That would be horrible. That would be horrible, and the media would tear up baseball. 9th inning, turn off the clock. Do not use the clock in the 9th inning or later. I don't think, and I actually agree with Doug Hunt, you shouldn't use it in the playoffs either. Don't use it in the playoffs. That I'll agree with. Turn it off in the playoffs. Don't use it in the postseason. Don't use it in the postseason. That'll actually agree. That's even better. That's it, because Diaz didn't pitch the ball. Mets lose the World Series. Diaz ran out of New York. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That is so true. You do not want the World Series to end on a pitch clock violation. That is ridiculous. Turn it off. Either turn it off in the ninth inning in the regular season and don't use it in the postseason. Let them play ball. Because the postseason's all that matters. And we know that's going to happen. Bottom of the sixth inning, Blue Jays lead 3-0. Anderson, 3-6. Strikeout 1, he got Fernandez. And that's strikeout number 3 for Anderson, 1 out. Here's Gruber. Gruber hit a bomb his last time up, 1 for 2. The whole clock thing is alarming. Anderson with the pitch. I'll ignore that. 4-2 against the righty. That's an out. And it's going to be a ground out to second base. And it will be Lombardozzi making the play. 2 down. 2 outs, and here's Bell. Bell is 0 for 2. Is baseball any longer? So far, the spring training games are lasting about 2.5 hours. But they lasted 2.5 hours back in the 80s. You just didn't have that many commercials and all that crud. Anderson, 4-4. That is a blank. Bell, 1-4. That's a ground ball hit to short. That'll be taken care of by Gagne. He'll get it, throw to first, and retire the side. Nothing across for the Jays. They lead 3-0 after 6. Yeah, I can see the pitch clock causing somebody to lose a game in the postseason. They really should not use it in that. Let them play baseball in the postseason. Let them play baseball in the postseason. I see that occurring, and the media would say World Series ends, runs out of time. That's exactly how the headline would read. World Series runs out of time. In the playoffs, do not use the clock. Regular season, fine, I think, until the 8th inning. 9th inning, don't use it. Let them play ball. Top of the 7th, 3-0 here. And it will be Gary Gaetti leading off for the Twins. And he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Flanagan pitching pretty well. He'll stay out there. Flanagan, 3-6. That's a blank. Gaetti, 3-2. That's a ground out to first. McGriff will handle it himself and tag the bag, 1 down. Next batter is Larkin, and Larkin is 0 for 2. And now Larkin's been charged with a ball because he didn't get in the batter's box quick enough. Actually, a strike, I should say. Now Flanagan will pitch. 4-3. Home run chance. Switch right. 1-11. The 7 is good. Larkin needs a 4 or lower. Nope, that's going to be too high. Larkin, 1-2. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to center field. And going back for it is Ducey. He's at the track. He's near the wall, and he will make the catch. 2 down. 2 outs now, and here is Harper. Harper is 0 for 1 with a walk. Flanagan will pitch. Flanagan, 6-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 4-4, blank. Harper, 4-6, that's a base hit. He hits 1 pass short, and he keeps the inning alive. First hit of the game for Harper. Here is Herbeck. Herbeck is 0 for 2. Strategy rolls are still active, and that is a 4. Harper will stay where he is. Flanagan will now deal with Herbeck. Pitcher coming. Flanagan, 6-2. Possible error. Herbeck, 3-5. That's a fly ball hit to center field. Going for it is Ducey. His error rating is a 0. He will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Twins, as Flanagan right now is in total command of this ball game. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. It will be August 7th. And I know Brian B. will not miss tomorrow night's game as we're going back to the stadium by the front of the river. A big matchup in the National League West. The San Diego Padres will take on the Cincinnati Reds. Ed Whitson will be pitching for the Padres, and Tom Browning will be pitching for the Reds. This is a big game between those two because right now the Reds are one game back of the Padres. The Padres are in third at the moment, and with 54 wins, the Reds have 53 wins, and they are in fourth place, one game back. A big game between the Padres and the Reds tomorrow night at Riverfront Stadium. And for those of you wondering where the Dodgers are, they are right now in fifth. So that'll be tomorrow night. The Padres and the Reds, Whitson and Browning. That'll be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Beatles Eternally joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. I do get by with a little help from my friends. That counts. Bottom of the seventh inning. The crime dog, Fred McGriff, will lead off. He's 1 for 2. Beatles Eternally is doing some excellent dead ball on his channel. Please check it out. In my opinion, I think Beatles Eternally may be the king of dead ball. Anderson, he's pretty good too. He's got 6 batters left before he can tire. He'll pitch. Anderson, 1-4. Range play. Haven't had many of those today. McGriff, 4-6. That's popped up. That is popped up to first base. That's going to be Larkin going forward. He's going into shallow right. His range is a 3. That is a 3. And he makes the catch over the shoulder. Nice catch by him. And that'll be a pop out to first. 1 down. Nice play by Larkin. Here is Fielder. Fielder 1 for 2 with a 2-run bomb. Well, Danny Cy Young robbed by Oral Jackson. Forget a board start. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Anderson, 4-4. Blank. Fielder, 5-3. And that is a single. That's a base hit to left. Fielder having a good night tonight. Now 2 for 3. Next up is Barfield. Barfield 0 for 2. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls are still on. And that is a 3. Fielder staying where he is. Hit and run is available, but they're going to call that off. Anderson will go ahead and pitch. Anderson, 4-1. Wild pitch, 10. No, ball 1. Anderson did not have that many wild pitches that year. Only a few. Ball 1-5. That against the righty, that will be an out. And that's a ground out to short. Let's see if they turn it. 2, 3, 4. Second base pivot Lombardozzi, +1 is a 5. And they got it. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play ground into by Barfield. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit. But the Blue Jays holding on to a 3-0 lead here after 7. Yes, he does bring dead ball alive. That he does. We go to the top of the 8th. Flanagan gets back on the mound. Greg Gagne leads off for the Twins. He is 1 for 2 with a triple. Flanagan can pitch to 2 more before he tires. Anderson can pitch to 3 more. They're going to let Flanagan pitch here. This is 1988, not 2023. Flanagan with the pitch. 1-6, strikeout, 16. He got him. Called strike 3 on Gagne. And he should have swung at that one. And that's strikeout number 5 for Flanagan, 1 out. Davidson is next. And they're probably going to let him bat here. You have nobody on base, otherwise I might make a change. But Davidson will swing. Flanagan will pitch. Flanagan, 4-2, range play. Davidson, 6-6. That's a fly ball hit to right field. Barfield coming on. He was excellent out there. His range is a 5, and that is a 3, and he'll put it away. 2 down. Fly out to right as Barfield gets to it. And now Gladden. Gladden is 0 for 3. Flanagan may go the distance here. We'll see. And he is now tired. But we'll see if he can make it. Flanagan will pitch. Flanagan 4-4. That is a blank. Gladden 5-3. And it's a fly ball to left field. Bell will get to it easily. No problem. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Flanagan. He has been excellent in the 2 games we've had him in. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jay's still up 3-0. Manuel Lee will lead off. He's 0 for 2. Anderson, he can pitch the 3 more before he tires. He will stay out there in the bottom of the 8th. Blue Jays do have the closers getting ready to go in case Flanagan can't make it. Blue Jays looking for some insurance. Anderson 4-4. That is a blank. Lee 3-2. That's a ground out to second base. Lombardozzi has it and throws to first. Not many hits tonight. This was a low-scoring game historically, and we got one here. So far, inside pitch being accurate in terms of runs scored, and pretty much close to hits, too. Anderson is, Ducey's next, and he will bat. He's 0 for 2. Anderson will go ahead and pitch as David Vega joins us here at the Stadium of Exhibition. Anderson, 1-1. Home run chance. Lefty, though, 0. Not happening. Ducey, 1-3, but he does rip a base hit to left, and so he'll hold there as he gets himself a single. The batter now is Butera. He's 0 for 2. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are off. Pitcher versus batter. Anderson, 3-1. Strikeout 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is strikeout number 4 for Anderson. 2 outs. Now the infield will move back and allow Fernandez to come up to bat. Fernandez 0 for 3. Big insurance run for the Blue Jays on at third. Exhibition Stadium crowd here so far enjoying the ball game. They definitely will love to see a Blue Jay win. Pitch from Anderson. 1-4. Range play. Fernandez. 2-4. That's a single past second base, but it's a range play for Lombardozzi. He was good. His range is a 4. It is a 5. It'll get past him for a base hit. Ducey will have the speed. He'll go ahead and get to third on a single past second now, and that keeps the inning alive. So a single there by Fernandez. Here is Gruber. And Anderson actually is tired. Gruber is the batter. Gruber is 1 for 3 with a bomb. And the question is, they're going to let Anderson pitch to Gruber. And I think even though he did allow a home run, just got to be careful you don't hit the single one against it. I'm going to let Anderson try to get him out. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Jays. Runners at the corners. Anderson will go ahead and make the pitch. Anderson, 4-1, wild pitch. Nope, the 7 is too high. Ball 1. Anderson will try again. 1-6, that is a blank. Gruber, 4-5, and Gruber's going to rip it. That's going to be a double to right field. Ducey will come in to score. Fernandez, base runner 4 with 2 outs. Double to right, -1. A 1-3, he'll score. And he does. Fernandez comes around and he scores. Gruber will hold it second. 5-0 Jays. Stadium cheers. Yuppie. A 2 RBI double by Gruber. And he's had a good night tonight, a home run and a double, and that will be it for Allan Anderson. So Gruber on at second. Blue Jays get some big-time insurance. Bell is the next batter. We'll see a new pitcher for the Twins. And coming on to pitch for them will be Keith Atherton. 7 wins, 5 losses, 3 saves, a 3.41 ERA in 88. Atherton is going to try to get the final out of the inning. So here comes Atherton. Bell is 0 for 3. This dead ball considered to start in 1900 and in 1919. And Bob's Tabletop Sports joins us here at Exhibition Stadium. And Beatles Eternally happens to be correct. He says being in 1893, he's right. Personally, they say, because 1920, I think, was the first year they really changed the baseball. And, of course, Babe Ruth exploding in 1921 with all the bombs he was hitting in that year. Okay, that really started the end. That really signaled absolutely was the end of that era. But yes, Beatles Eternally happens to be right. Gruber on its second. Atherton will now pitch to Bell. 2 outs. The Jays lead 5-0. Atherton 6-3, and that's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to left field. And Gladden will get to it. He will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits. The Blue Jays in control. They lead 5-0. But everybody knows no lead is safe on inside pitch. As will we see some 9th inning magic. Top of the 9th. Flanagan is tired. They're going to let him pitch, try to go the distance. Steve Lombardozzi leads off from Minnesota. He's 0 for 3. Top of the 9th here, rapidly moving game. You would think I was using a pitch clock. Flanagan with the pitch. Flanagan 3-6. That's a blank. Lombardozzi 3-4. That's a line out right to third. Gloved by Gruber. 1 down. Puckett is next. Puckett is 1 for 3. Flanagan goes ahead and pitches. Flanagan 3-5. That's a blank. Puckett 2-1. And that's a ground ball hit to second base. It'll be picked up by Manuel Lee, who is automatic to first. And that is out number 2. Yeah, that was bad. Last chance for the Twins will be Gary Gaetti. And he is 0 for 2 with a walk. Fans here at Exhibition Stadium on their feet, hoping that Flanagan can go the distance here. 5-0 Blue Jays would be a nice win for them. Twins trying to keep it going. Flanagan with the pitch. 6-4, blank. Gaetti with the swing. 1-3, and it's a fly ball to left field. Bell's going to come over there. He'll take a few steps to his left. Puts out his glove. Bop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. Blue Jays will beat the Twins tonight. 5-0, a shutout. Mike Flanagan goes the distance. Stadium cheers. Yippee! What a job here by the Blue Jays. They knock off the Twins tonight. The Twins historically won this game 2-1, but the Jays will go ahead and get some victory here. A nice win from Mike Flanagan. He goes the distance, and the Jays will advance now to 63-46, and the Twins drop to 56-50. That's their 50th loss. Final line score coming up. For the Blue Jays, 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For the Twins, no runs on 4 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher is Mike Flanagan. He goes the distance to get the win. Allan Anderson gets a tough loss. He will take the loss tonight. So a nice win for the Bluebirds as they will stay close there in the American League East. But we are not done yet here. 10-minute ticker coming up. is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Blue Jays shut out Minnesota. Let's see what the rest of Major League Baseball has to offer, starting with August 4th. Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland 8-11, that's 0. Baltimore 2-31, and that is 2. A win for the O's. Boston at Detroit. Very important series for both teams. Red Sox 14-52, and that's 6. Tigers 5-34, and that is 3. That's a win for the Bo Sox. Red Sox trying to stay close to the top 4 there. Seattle at Oakland. Mariners 5-64, that is 7. Athletics 13-26, that is 3, and that will be a win for the M's. Cubs and the Mets. My Mets are on a pretty decent streak, but they got to continue to win here. Cubs 6-35, and that is 3. Mets 16-14, and that's 2. They will not beat the Cubs there. Montreal at Pittsburgh. Expos 11-66, that's 10. Pirates 8-63, and that is 7. And that's a win for the Spos. Philadelphia and the Cardinals. Philadelphia 8-22, 2 runs. Cardinals 12-13, and that is 1 run. That's a win for the Phils. On to August 5th. Milwaukee at Baltimore in a doubleheader. Game 1, Milwaukee 11-66, that's 10. Baltimore -5, 44, that's 2. And that's going to be a win for Milwaukee in Game 1. Game 2, Milwaukee 15-23, that's 3. Orioles -1, 51, and that's 3 also. There are extra innings there. Milwaukee rolls a 3, -1 is 2. Baltimore rolls a 4, and plus 0. That's going to be a win for the O's. They will split the twin bill. White Sox and the Angels in a doubleheader. Game 1, White Sox 10-14, that is 1. Angels 16-13, and that's 2. Angels win the first one. Game number 2, White Sox 15-35, and that's 5 runs. California 12-53, and that's 6 runs. The Angels will take both games from the White Sox. Boston at Detroit in a doubleheader. Big series, as I said, Game 1. Boston 14-42, and that is 5. Tigers 18-23, and that's 4. And that is a win for Boston. Game number 2. Boston 10-44, and that is 5. Tigers 5-51, and that is 4. And the Red Sox beat the Tigers twice, 5-4 in both games. Minnesota and the Yankees, big series for these two. Game number 1. Minnesota 16-41, and that's 5. Yankees 14-43, and that is also 5. There will be extras. Minnesota rolls a 1, -1 is 0. Yankees roll a 4, and they'll win the first game in extras. Game number 2. Should just roll both. Minnesota 14-13, that is 1. Yankees 6-36, and that is 3. And the Yankees take both games from the Twins. Mariners and the Athletics. Mariners 5-24, and that's 2 runs. A's 11-14, and that's 1 run, a win for the M's. Cleveland at Texas. Cleveland 12-43, that is 5. Rangers 13-14, that is 2, a win for the Tribe. Kansas City at Toronto. Royals 8-64, that's 7. Blue Jays 9-56, and that's 6. It's a win for the Royals. Giants and the Braves. Giants 13-61, that is 7. Atlanta 5-11, that's 0, and that'll be a win for the Giants. Phillies and the Cubs. Phillies 7-13, that is 1. Cubs 13-31, and that's 4, a win for the Cubbies. Padres and the Reds, big series out there in the NL West. Padres 1-64, that is 6. Reds 12-14, and that is 2. And that's a victory for the Padres. Dodgers and the Astros. The Dodgers are in 5th place. They are 4 games under 500. The World Series champion of 88 right now is in danger of not even making the playoffs. Dodgers 6-11, that is 0. Astros minus 115, and that is 0. We have extras. Dodgers roll a 2 plus 0. Astros roll a 3 plus 1 is 4. And that's going to be a win for the Stros. Mets and the Pirates. Mets trying to stay in there. They're 2 games back of the Cardinals for 3rd. Mets 7-15. They're not going to win this one either. That's a 1. Pirates 6-51, and that is 4. And the Pirates will beat the Mets. Montreal and the Cardinals. Expos 2-11, that is 0. Cardinals 5-11, that is 0. Another extra inning game with no score. Montreal rolls a 3, minus 1 is 2. Cardinals roll a 4, plus 0, and the Cardinals will win the ball game. Both division champions are in very much danger of not making the postseason. FastScore has not been kind to the leaders in the historical year. On to August 6th, Milwaukee at Baltimore. Milwaukee 1862, and that's 8. Orioles 5-21, that is 1, a win for the Brew Crew. White Sox of California. White Sox 12-32, and that's 4. Angels 16-26, and that's 4 as well. They will have extras. White Sox roll a 1, plus 3 is 4. California rolls a 3, and plus 0, and that's going to be a win for the White Sox. They will beat the Angels. Boston at Detroit. Tigers in danger of losing every game tonight. Boston 15-43, and that is 5. Tigers 7-64, that is 7. The Tigers will scrape out a win. And for tonight, Minnesota and the Yankees. Minnesota 15-16, and that is 2. Yankees 9-64, and that is 7. A win for the Yankees. Seattle at Oakland. Steeler fans' favorite pitcher, Bill Swift, on the mound. He's not in the chat, I think, tonight. Seattle 3-55, and that is 5. Oakland 18-25. That's 4. That's a win for the M's. Cleveland and the Rangers. Cleveland 8-61, and that's 6. Rangers 9-31, and that is 3. And that's a win for the Tribe. Kansas City at Toronto. Royals 6-64, and that's 7. Blue Jays 6-22, that's 2, and a win for the Royals. Giants and the Braves. Giants 11-42, and 4 runs. Atlanta 8-66, that's 9 runs. Atlanta will beat the Giants. Philadelphia and the Cubs. Philadelphia 11-32, that's 3. Cubs 12-46, that's 5. That will be a win for the Cubs. Padres and the Reds, we have these 2 tomorrow. Padres 0-32, and that's 2. Reds 3-56, that is 5, and that game will belong to the Reds. Dodgers and the Astros. Dodgers 9-33, and that is 3. Astros 3-65, and that is 7. And the Dodgers right now may not do it. Mets and the Pirates, at least the Mets are still above 500. At least they're still above 500, although they are in 4th. The Dodgers are under 500 here in August. Mets and the Pirates. Mets 8-51, and that is 5. Pirates 636, and that is 3. My Mets will have a happy recap. Montreal and the Cardinals. I need the Cardinals to lose here. Expos 956, and that is 6. Cardinals 554, and that is 5. And that will be a win for the Expos, and my Mets will gain a game back on the Cardinals. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be August 7th. We will be at Riverfront Stadium. The San Diego Padres will take on the Cincinnati Reds in a big game for third place in the National League West. Ed Whitson will go for the Padres, and Tom Browning will go for the Reds. A big game tomorrow night in the NL West. Whitson and Browning, Padres and Reds. Be there or be square. Brian B., Chuck Rawlings, Beatles Eternally, David Vega, John Haverly, Baseball with the Demos, Big Clue, Albert Price, Doug Hunt, Clee Baseball Fan, Rodolfo Beza, Jeff Merklin, Cards and Dice TV, Tony Porter, Brian Patterson, and Ryan Sullivan. And even though he's not in there, we still thank Steeler Fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on the way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Bluebirds go ahead and shut out the Twin Cities. It's a 5-0 win for the Jays tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.